Hey everyone, I'm back. I know it's been a long time, but so thank you very much for sticking around with me. But in today's video, we're going to actually go and do an updated tour of the changes that I've made to my daycare. And then afterwards, I am going to let you know what's going to be coming up on my next videos and what's going to be changing on my channel. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it and start the tour. Okay, so right now we're at the entry, and so far nothing has changed really in the main area here. So one thing that has changed is I actually incorporated a gross motor room. So I figured, since I don't have my school agers very often because they're always out at school, that I changed the room into a gross motor room instead for my little ones. So let's take a look at that. So in here, as you can see on this wall here, my husband actually made a climbing wall for the children. And we have some mats at the bottom here. So I do take kids 18 months and up, for those of you who were wondering. My 18-month-olds cannot climb the wall, even though they try, but they can't climb them yet. So it's basically for my maybe about 2.5-year-olds to 5-year-olds. So here in Canada, we are only allowed to have a maximum of 8 children. 5 of those children are under 6 years old. That's what our regulations are for licensed daycare. So over here, I have a trampoline for them. So there we have some climbing. We have the trampoline, and it's enclosed, so it's nice and safe, and it's padded. And yes, we are allowed to have them here in Canada. My consultant's been in here so many times, and she's very delighted that I actually have a gross motor room, because a lot of places do not. And then over here, I have a little ball pit for them. And just recently, I got that little basketball hoop, actually from somebody that was selling it on Facebook Marketplace in our area. So I got that to put there. And the balls and the pit all came from Amazon. I'm a big Amazon shopper, so that's where most of everything I have comes from, including the trampoline and including all the stuff from my climbing wall. All came from Amazon, the mat included. The yoga poses I actually downloaded from, I think it's Teachers Pay Teachers as well. And actually this gets a lot of good use. The children love trying to do these yoga poses. And that's the baby gate that I use. That's hiding behind the door there. I use that for the stairs because my daycare is upstairs, so no children are allowed downstairs. This shelf right here, again, got it from Amazon. This is where we store the water bottles. So all the kids carry water bottles with them throughout the day, and that's where we put the water bottles. So I do have the Lego in here. However, we do not play with the Lego until the very end of the day and when all the little ones are gone. The little ones usually leave early, so. And then over here, we have a lot of different activities for them. They use these little bouncing balls actually as weight balls kind of thing. And they pretend to do the weights. They have little balls in there and bean bags. And down here they have the Melissa and Doug pullback cars. And those cars right there are actually used for the car ramp over there. The little ones, 18-month-olds, really enjoy those. And then down there we just have some cubes that they toss around and the dancing scarves. And then pylons and that. We got musical instruments and bowling And the older kids, so if you guys are looking for something that the older kids can enjoy too, like the school agers, they seem to really enjoy these balancing cups. And then we have different types of blocks to play with. So we got the cardboard blocks, and behind here we just have the bigger Lego blocks. We still have a little cozy corner just in case people want to chill out. And we also have the foam blocks there. And again, this is still where we do our circle time as well. So we just come in here and we do circle time right here on the big mat. And my older kids, I say about 2.5 and up, also have nap time in here as well. So, and I usually store their blankets and sheets up there in their buckets. There I have a tunnel, and I have a little pop-up tent, and I also have a parachute up there too that we play games with in here. And that box there is my prize box. I usually use it for potty training purposes. Okay, so that's the gross motor room. And if you watched any previous videos, this has changed as well. So I used to store all my craft supplies in the laundry room, as well as my beds. Against this wall was my beds. However, I found it kind of inconvenient to keep coming in here every one time I wanted to get craft supplies, because we do crafts out in the kitchen. So instead, I store the beds in here, and this has just become our over groceries that we have. So stuff that we have extra of, it gets stored in here. And then I decided to actually put all of our craft supplies in the office, where it's more easily located. So we do our crafts at the table there, and I usually set out a table and have it set up right there for the older kids to do when they come and do crafts after school, and that's usually when we do our crafts. And then I have my craft supplies in my office. So for my office, right over here, so there's the door, there's my little mascot Teddy there, and so this is actually where I store all our craft supplies now. So it's really convenient. I can be here trying to get craft supplies and still see the young ones at the same time as I'm getting it, so it's way more conveniently located. So I have all that. I definitely don't want to go through all those drawers because it's quite a bit. If you want me to do an updated office organization kind of tour, you can let me know and I can do that for you. But I got all those. Again, I got all this stuff from Amazon as well, but just a little kind of sneak peek at some of the stuff that I have organizing in here. I won't show you everything because, like I said, it's quite a bit. So I just have a bunch of stuff in here. And then over here is more kind of like my office, except for down in a couple of these cupboards here, or drawers here, it would be a little bit more craft supplies, but it's mostly my more office stuff now up in here in this area. So like I said, if you want to see a complete tour of how I organize my office, just let me know and I can do that. I also updated my computer, so and my printer, which I'm so excited about. I don't have one of those big clunky computers or modem things down on the floor or anywhere. My computer is actually a little tiny box right behind my monitor. So that can be another tour too that I can do as well for you when I do my office tour. Then I have down here some more office supplies. This stuff here is just stuff that's more easily accessible for when I absolutely need it, you know, things like this. So I will show this because I know a lot of people have been asking about stuff like this. So this is my sketch because we had to have this in case of emergencies or whatever, and the fire department needs to come in and, you know the layout of your house. So we have this here. And of course, a lot of daycare people have that as well. And this is just an outline of my sick policies and stuff like that, as well as that. And then my daily schedule kind of thing here. I do have a 5-week rotation of my menu that I just laminate and put up here every week. So I have that up there, my certifications, everything like that I need for my parents to see. And then I also use this that I got from Amazon, and that's their mailbox that I use for them. So that's where I put all their receipts and stuff like that, or anything like that I need them to sign, as well as a copy of my manual as well, my handbook for the parents. So I keep that copy here as a reference, although I never had to really refer to it because parents are actually really good here for me. So as you guys, here's a drawer here too that I have of different things. Like I put on the front door here, we're in the backyard, so the parents know where to pick up their kids. I do have a park that right across the street from us. So sometimes when we're at the park, I'll put up this sign, we're at the park across the street, and parents will go there and pick up their kids and that kind of thing. So this is where I keep those kind of things, as well as my menus too for the week. So I have different menus here that I put up as well. So now we are just gonna go to my playroom, which, you know, that gets changed out all the time. Right now we're doing a bug theme, so just kind of have things out that is all bug theme related. So just books and different things like that. So this room hasn't really changed too much, other than the fact that I change it out, you know, once a month or once every 2 weeks, depending on how much the kids are enjoying the theme that we're doing at the time. So right now we've been doing the bug theme for probably about 3 weeks now. The kids are really enjoying it. So this has been going on for 3 weeks. So we're just continuing with this theme, and we'll probably just keep continuing with it for the rest of this month for sure. Some of the things I keep out that the kids really enjoy playing with, and then other things I add to actually go with our theme. So okay, so another thing that's actually been updated is our backyard, and I am so excited about my backyard because I have so many ideas for that, and I am so excited to share those ideas with you guys, because we are going to do different areas in the backyard for the kids to play. We're going to have a fairy garden, we're going to have a place for them to do artwork, we're going to have like all these different things. So I'm actually wanting to do videos on setting those areas up. So let's go and check it out right now, but I'm gonna warn you. Yeah, there's our bathroom. Again, things haven't really changed in there either, just usual stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna warn you, it's still pretty chilly in Canada. We actually had snow Last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it snowed. So now it's actually really nice out now. So now the snow is like melting, but the snow was all melted before, and then all of a sudden now it snowed again this week. So I'm gonna just get my jacket on and I'll meet you outside. Okay, so we are outside and there have been a few changes in the past couple of years. So as you can see from previous videos, we enclosed that area there under the deck there, and so that's where we store all the outside toys. And we got all the stonework done, and we almost got all the planters done. So instead of having a railing, our plan is to have the planters go all the way around both patios. So the lower patio and the upper patio. So as you can see, we just got our back ones done back there, and then my husband's is actually right now working on these ones to go along here, and then we're gonna have a couple go here and leave this part open, and then another one right here. So then it'll be all planters to go all the way around. So another thing we did was we cleaned up this area here. So this is actually going to be the kids' fairy garden. So I'm going to do a video on setting up a fairy garden for the kids because they always like to play with mine. So they're going to have their own to play with. So that's going to be updated. Let's see. This other thing here is another new addition, which is actually going to be my succulent garden. So we put white rock in here. And then over here, we're cleaning this area up, and that's going to be another area for the kids to play in. But yeah, so there's lots of updates. Oh, we also built the pergola, or whatever you want to call it, for shade. So we also have that. That's new. So we made a few changes to our outdoor space since our last videos. So I do have designated zones and areas that I want to set up, but on the weekends when there's no kids, I like to keep all the toys and everything in there. So then this basically just becomes my family's space. So yeah, so there's the updates for the backyard. Okay, so that is the tour of my updates that I've done so far. Now to discuss the future of what I want to do with this channel. So I do want to do more videos of what I am more passionate about. So don't get me wrong, I love working with children. I love doing what I do with them. But there's more to me than just that. So I absolutely love gardening, and I absolutely love organizing and those kind of things. So I really, really want to do some more videos based on gardening and organization and, you know, just everything that I actually care about, everything that's me. So one thing I am really passionate about is starting my own gardens and doing things from seed and starting things from scratch and, you know, doing things, you know, myself. And so yeah, if that's something that you're interested in and you want to learn more about as well, you can learn with me because I'm not a pro by any means. I am not professional. So I'm basically learning as I go as well. So if you are interested in learning as well along with me, then feel free to subscribe to my channel.